Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. News at 12.
In the local scene, the Albay Provincial Agricultural Office is providing livelihood assistance to 541 beneficiaries through the Agrikultura, kaagapin ng Bayang Pinoy program in the province. The Poverty Reduction Initiative supports farmers and fisherfolk from Malilipot, Manitos, Santo Domingo, and Villar. The program currently manages 53 active projects that provide direct social and agricultural interventions to beneficiary families. The initiative focuses on assisting communities in 4th to 6th class municipalities. The provincial government aims to improve the daily lives of rural households and strengthen long-term food security across Albay. In other story, the Social Action Center of the Diocese of Legazpi strengthened efforts to address child malnutrition through its integrated nutrition, education, and livelihood program on March 30 in partner communities and parishes across Albay. The initiative targets children from low-income families and aims to reduce malnutrition rates within a 6-month feeding cycle. Program activities include daily meal distribution, nutrition education, and regular monitoring to support sustained child development. Mothers are also trained in responsible parenting and livelihood skills to help improve household income and long-term food security. Through partnerships with local government units, schools, and parishes, the diocese aims to reach more communities across Albay. Officials said the program is expected to expand in 2026 with additional parishes and strong community-based nutrition efforts. In other news, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Albay approved Ordinance Number 2026-004 of Ligao City, presented by Board Member John G. Olbungao and recommended by the Committee on Laws, Rules, and Oversight. The ordinance establishes a public cemetery in Barangay Paulba to address the lack of accessible burial facilities for residents in remote communities. The committee noted that the measure complies with the Local Government Code of 1991 and the Sanitation Code of the Philippines to ensure proper regulation, public health protection, and accountability. The ordinance also sets guidelines on operations, maintenance, fees, and prioritization for bona fide residents to promote organized and sustainable management of the facility. Officials said structured lease arrangements and strict adherence to sanitation and financial standards will help strengthen the ordinance's implementation. In the national scene, Malacanang on Sunday warned the public against spreading false information about the ongoing energy crisis, saying those responsible could face legal action. Acting Presidential Communications Office Secretary Dave Gomez urged people to verify what they read and share, stressing the importance of relying on accurate and official sources. He said creating and sharing fake news about energy supply, security, and pricing is punishable under existing laws, including the revised Penal Code and the Cybercrime Prevention Act. The warning comes as global fuel prices rise because of tensions abroad, which have also sparked rumors in the Philippines about possible lockdowns and emergency measures. Gomez added that the government will closely monitor social media for misinformation and coordinate with authorities to file charges against those who deliberately spread deceptive content. In other story, passenger traffic surged across Philippine ports on Easter Sunday, with the Philippine Coast Guard monitoring over 112,000 travelers between 6 a.m. to noontime. The agency reported 64,584 outbound passengers and 47,439 inbound passengers during the 6-hour period, reflecting the peak of Holy Week travel. Authorities also inspected hundreds of vessels and motor bunkers to ensure they were safe and not overloaded before allowing them to operate. In Western Visayas, busy ports like Iloilo City and Caticlan in Aklan saw a rise in travelers heading to popular destinations such as Boracay Island. The Coast Guard increased personnel, set up help desks, and reminded the public to follow safety rules and check official updates, especially with unpredictable weather and heavy travel demand. In other news, lawmakers on Sunday said the House of Representatives is properly handling the impeachment case against Sara Duterte by following a previous Supreme Court ruling. Lanao del Sur Representative Zaya Alonto Adiong explained that the ongoing hearings respect due process, as emphasized by Associate Justice Marvic Leonin. Adiong noted that the Supreme Court had voided Duterte's 2025 impeachment and required stricter steps, such as preliminary reviews, before cases move forward. He added that the House has updated its procedures to match these requirements and denied claims that the process is unfair. Bukidnon Representative Jonathan Keith Flores said those invited to hearings who choose not to attend may lose their chance to explain their side. Flores also said subpoenas were issued only when needed, including to Duterte's lawyer Michael Poa and officials from the Commission on Audit to help clarify key issues. And in the news outside the country, U.S. President Donald Trump said over the weekend that Iran has 48 hours to reach an agreement or face severe consequences as search operations continue for a missing American airman. The conflict, now in its second month after U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, has spread across the region and disrupted global energy markets following restrictions near the Strait of Hormuz. Iran reportedly claimed it downed U.S. military aircraft during recent clashes, while rescue teams have recovered some crew members and continued search efforts for others. In other story, about 20 French boats left Marseille to join an international flotilla aiming to break the blockade at Gaza Strip and deliver aid. Around 100 boats from the Global Sumud Flotilla are expected to depart from Barcelona on April 12 and head toward Gaza around April 20, with a planned stop in southern Italy for non-violence training. Organizers said the mission is meant to draw more attention to Palestine, with participants saying global focus on the issue has faded in recent months. A previous flotilla in late 2025 was intercepted by the Israeli Navy, and its crews were detained and expelled, while the blockade on Gaza has been in place since 2007 amid ongoing tensions involving Israel. And finally, in the news outside the country, South Korea is accelerating its space plans, aiming to land a civilian-built rover on the moon by 2030, earlier than previously scheduled. The project has passed an initial government review stage that evaluates whether it is practical and necessary for national space development. At the same time, the country is continuing a separate government-led lunar landing mission targeted for completion in 2032. Private companies will be responsible for building and operating the mission end-to-end, with launches expected to use the domestically developed Nuri rocket. The announcement comes amid renewed global interest in lunar exploration, including recent U.S. missions and the 2024 success of a private American spacecraft achieving a soft moon landings after decades. That's the news at 12, April 6, 2026. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. Thanks to our news writer, Naomi Ruth Hernandez and LJ Lurejo. And on the technical side, Chad Bobis. And our Provincial Information Office OIC, Marty Gonzalez. And under the supervision of our Governor, Noel Irusal, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing. Albay in my heart.